Next we will see how to prepare personal account directly from the journals. Okay, problems on preparation of personal account directly from the following transactions. Prepare personal account of Mr. Ashok. So whose account we should prepare? Ashok's account here. On 1/1/2018 bought goods from Ashok rupees 5,000. Okay, we have bought goods from him, so he is the giver, right? Giver means his account should be credited. So on 1/1/2018 by purchases account 5,000, because we have bought goods means what? Purchases it is. Okay, so on 1/1/2018 we have purchased goods from him, so his account should be credited. Whenever you purchase, he is the giver, right? So his account will be credited by purchases account 5,000 rupees. The next entry what you have, 5/1/2018 purchased furniture from Ashok rupees 5,000. Again we have purchased a furniture from him of rupees 5,000. Again he is the giver. Giver means his account should be credited. So 5/1/2018 by furniture we have purchased, so you should write a asset name here. By furniture account rupees 5,000. Okay. Then next we have on 10/1/2018 returned goods to Ashok rupees 1,000. We have returned the goods to him, so he is the receiver now. Receiver means on debit side, right? Ashok's account it should be debit side. Whenever he received means we returned, right? We returned means he received that goods. So to purchase returns account rupees 1,000. Okay, because we have returned him, right? So purchase returns account rupees 1,000. Then 15/1/2018 paid to Ashok 8,800 and he allowed discount of rupees 200. So we have given an amount to him 8,800 rupees, right? So he is the receiver when we pay him. So on 15/1/2018 he received cash from us. How much cash he received? To cash account 8,800, and he gave us a discount. For him it is an expense, right? For him it is a loss, so it will be debited. 15/1/2018 to discount account rupees 200. Okay, he received the cash 8,800 and allowed discount rupees 200 to us. Then next we have on 21/2018 sold goods to Ashok rupees 5,000. Now you have sold means he is the receiver, so his account will be debited. So on 21/2018 to sales account rupees 5,000 it is. Okay. Then next entry what we are having, 25/1/2018 Ashok returned goods to us rupees 1,000. He returned goods to us means what? He is the giver now. So credit side you should record 25/1/2018 by sales returns account rupees 1,000, because whatever goods we have sold it is returned, so it is sales returns for us rupees 1,000. Then next what we have on 31/1/2018 received from Ashok rupees 2,000, means he gave us a cash now. Okay, cash you have received from him, so rupees 2,000 you have received. Okay, so on 31st by cash, on 31/1/2018 by cash how much we have received? As we have received, he is the giver, so his account will be credit side you should record. By cash account rupees 2,000 we have received from him. Okay, then now what we have to do after writing all the entries over, now what you have to do, credit side total you should make 5,000, 5,000, 1,000 plus 2,000. So together how much it is? 13,000, and debit side 1,000, 8,800, 2,000 and 5,000. So total it is 15,000 we are having. So credit side we have a less amount. How much difference we are having for both? It is 2,000. So which you have to record? Credit side, because credit side we have a less amount here. So 2,000 is going to record here on 31/1/2018. Okay, by balance carried down. It is not account, it is carried down. Okay, by balance carried down rupees 2,000. Now if you take a total both the side, you'll get it as 15,000. Okay, if you have any doubt still you can get it clarified. We'll go to next problem here. Okay, from the following transactions prepare personal account of Mr. Anand here. Okay, Anand's account we should prepare. So first entry we have Anand status format you should have like this only, ledger, how you should write in your ledger book. Don't forget to write DR and CR, that is debit and credit. Okay, so on 1/3/2018 sold goods to Anand rupees 10,000. We have sold the goods to him. We have sold means what it is? He is the receiver, so his account will be debited. On 1/3/2018 to sales account 10,000 rupees because we have sold the goods, right? So you should write here it as sales account 10,000. The next entry we have 5/3/2018 sold machinery to him rupees 5,000. Means we have sold again. What we have sold? Machinery here. To him rupees 5,000. So machinery we have sold out. So again he is the receiver, right? So 5/3/2018 to machinery account rupees 5,000 we have sold to him. So debit side we are going to record because he is the receiver again. Then on 10/3/2018, Anand returned goods to us rupees 2,000. He returned goods to us means he is the giver now, right? So giver means credit side you should record on 10/3/2018 by sales returns because whatever goods we have sold earlier he returned it. So it is sales returns rupees 2,000. Then on 15/3/2018 received from him 12,500 and allowed him a discount of rupees 500. He is the giver now, right? Whenever you have received amount from him means he is the giver. 12,500 he gave and you allowed him a discount of rupees 500. So on 15/3/2018 by cash, how much cash you have received from him? 12,500. He is a giver, so his account will be credit side. Credit side you should record, okay? So by cash 12,500 and discount you have allowed him rupees 500. Okay. Then on 23/2018 bought goods from him rupees 10,000. Now we have purchased goods from him. We have purchased goods from him means he is the giver now, right? So on 23/2018 by purchases account 10,000. He is the giver, right? So credit side you should record we have purchased the goods from him. So by purchases account rupees 10,000. Okay. Next one we have 25/3/2018 returned goods to him rupees 2,000. We have returned the goods to him. So he is the receiver now when you return. Okay. So purchase returns on 25/3/2018 to purchase returns account rupees 2,000. We have returned, he is the receiver, so his account will be debited. Okay. Then next you have on 25/3/2018, sorry, this is over. Next last one you have 31/3/2018 paid to him rupees 3,000. So we have paid the cash to him rupees 3,000. So he is the receiver now. So on 31/3/2018 to cash we have paid him rupees 3,000. Okay, he is the receiver, so his account will be debited. To cash we have paid rupees 3,000. Now what you have to do, you have to make a total now. Okay, because all the entries over entering. So credit side 2,000 plus 12,500 plus 500 plus 10,000. So together it is 25,000 we have, and debit side 10,000, 5,000, 2,000 and 3,000. Together you have 20,000. So difference amount you have 5,000 here balance. Which side you should record? Debit side we have the less amount, credit side we have more, right? So debit side we have the less amount, so debit side we are going to record it. 31/3/2018 to balance carried down rupees 50,000. Sorry, 5,000. Okay, then both side totally will get it as 25,000 here. Okay, then remaining problems what you have, I want you to solve. Okay, I'll just explain it how you're going to sort it out. Then okay, I'll explain all the sums. Now third problem which you are having it is I will show, okay, which sums we are having. Third one, this one you have to solve. Okay, so prepare a personal account of Krishna. Krishna's account you have to prepare. See, first one, sold goods to Krishna worth rupees 10,000. We have sold to him, right? So he is the receiver, so his account it will be debited. Okay, to sales account you are going to record, it will be debited to Krishna's account. And next entry we have purchased goods from Krishna rupees 10,000. Whenever you purchase the goods, he is the giver, right? So his account will be credited. Then next, received cash from Krishna rupees 8,000. Now we have received the cash from him, so he is the giver again, so his account will be credited. Okay, then return goods to Krishna rupees 200. You have returned goods to him, right? So you have returned goods to him means purchase returns, he is the receiver, his account will be debited to purchase returns account. Then paid to cash rupees, paid cash to Krishna rupees 6,000. So you have paid the cash to him rupees 6,000. Okay, so his account will be debited as he is the receiver. Whenever you pay, he is the receiver here. Then Krishna returned goods to us rupees 500. He returned the goods to us means he is the giver now. Credit side you should record by sales returns rupees 500 and balance you should write. Okay, now how much you are going to get debit side? 10,000 plus 200 plus 6,000. So 16,200 and credit side 18,500. So you will get a balance debit side here. Okay. You check and let me know the answer. 18,500 you have and here it is 16,200 means 2,300 you will get a balance debit side. Okay, balance whatever you are going to get it is 2,300. Then next you have checkout. Okay, 18,500 you will get credit side and debit side 16,200. Okay, so 2,300 will get a balance. Now next problem, from the following information show the account of Mr. Butt. So you have to prepare Mr. Butt account here in the books of Nayak. Okay, now debit balance of him means you should record it debit side only, to balance brought down. How we are going to record it? To balance brought down on the same date on 1st of February, to balance brought down 50,000 debit side you are going to mention it. Then 6th, bought goods from Bhatt rupees 30,000. You have purchased goods from him means he is the giver, so his account will be credited. Okay, then on 12th, sold goods to him rupees 40,000. He is the receiver, so his account will be debited. Then returned goods to him rupees 2,000. You have returned the goods to him, so he is the receiver again, so his account will be debited. To purchase returns. Then but returned goods rupees 1,500. He is the giver, so his account will be credited by sales returns. Then paid to him rupees 12,000 and received discount of rupees 200. He is the receiver. Both you are going to record debit side. To cash 12,000, to discount 200. Okay. Then check the balance how much you will get. Debit side you have 50,000, 40,000 and 12,000 and 200. So debit total you will get 50,000 plus 40,000, 90,000, 90,000 plus 12,000. 1,02,200. And credit side total you will get 33,500. Okay, check the balance how much you'll get. Then next you have to prepare Mr. Kaushal's account. Okay, sold goods to Mr. Kaushal rupees 8,000. Sold goods to him means he is the receiver, so his account will be debited. To sales account 8,000. Then good and he paid. Okay, paid to him it is paid to him rupees 5,800 and discount allowed. Received from him it is. Okay, you just change it in your question booklet also. Received from him 5,800 and allowed discount 200. Received means he is the giver, his account will be credited. Then paid to him on credit rupees 2,000. We have given a credit basis to him, means we have sold, he is the receiver, so his account will be debited. To sales you should record because paid to him on credit they have said. Okay, so to sales rupees 2,000 debit side you should record. He returned goods to us rupees 300. He is the giver, so his account will be credited. Okay, then next sum you have prepare personal account of Mr. Sagar. Okay, so debit balance of Sagar showing 6,000. Debit balance, as I said, like opening balance you should write to balance brought down. Okay, this also debit side you should record to balance brought down 6,000 rupees. Sold to him 5,800 and allowed discount 200. Means to sales account. Okay, he's going to receive, right? So receiver means it will be debited. To sales account 5,800 and to discount 200 rupees. Okay, then Sagar sold goods to Gopal. Wait, sold goods to him 5,800, allowed him a discount of rupees 200. So we have allowed the discount to him. So now see here, you should record credit side. Okay, buy sales 5,800 and discount 200. Okay, both you should record credit side, buy sales 5,800 and we have allowed discount to him 200. Sagar sold goods to Gopal on credit basis rupees 5,000. He sold the goods means credit side you should record because he is the giver. By Gopal you should write rupees 5,000. Okay, by Gopal you should write it is 5,000. Then Gopal paid to Sagar rupees 4,000. Means Sagar is the receiver here, so his account will be debited rupees 4,000. Okay, to cash rupees 4,000. Sagar paid to Gopal rupees 100. Now Sagar has paid the cash. Okay, to Gopal rupees 100 rupees. So credit side you should record by cash rupees 100. Then next sum you have prepare personal account of Sachin in the books of business. Credit balance of Sachin's account shows 3,000. Means credit side you should write the opening balance now. So you should record it as by balance brought down. Okay, whenever it is debit balance, we are going to record to balance brought down. Whenever it is debit balance. Now it is credit balance they have said. So by balance brought down you should write credit side 3,000 rupees. Then next you have on third, bought goods from Sachin rupees 2,000. We have bought from him means he is the giver. So credit side you should record by purchases rupees 2,000. Then return goods to Sachin rupees 200. We have returned to him, he is the receiver. So debit side you should record to purchase returns rupees 200. Then sold goods to Sachin rupees 1,800. Sold means again he is the receiver, his account will be debited. To sales rupees 1,800. Okay, Sachin returned goods to us rupees 50. He returned means his account will be credited because he is the giver now. By sales returns account rupees 50. Okay, then last one, paid Sachin in full settlement rupees 3,000. So we have paid him 3,000 rupees. So debit side he is the receiver, right? Whenever you pay he is the receiver, so his account will be debited rupees 3,000 you are going to debit to his account. Okay, to cash rupees 3,000. So this is how we are going to prepare personal account with directly with the help of transactions. Okay, first two sums I have told how you have to record this, and similarly homeworks what I have given 4 sums which you have to solve. Okay, I have explained all the sums. Still if you have any doubt, definitely you can get it clarified with me and you can sort it out. This completes your 3rd chapter. Okay, one more concept we are having here, practical oriented question it is. Okay, this is how they will ask the practical oriented questions. Now for example, problems with the help of equations. If you remember the equations, first what we have studied, assets equal to liabilities plus capital, capital equal to assets minus liabilities, and liabilities equal to assets minus capital. Okay, with the help of this formula you are going to find out these answers. Normally this is the practical oriented question. For 5 marks they will ask. Okay, now they will ask you to calculate missing figures here by using the fundamental formula. Okay, see now in the first column, asset they have given 9 lakh, liabilities they have given 4 lakh, capital you should find out. So which formula you have to apply to calculate the capital here? Capital equal to assets minus liabilities. Okay, see in the second one, assets they have not given, asset is missing, liabilities they have given 5 lakh and capital you have 6 lakh. So how to find out the asset now? Asset equal to liabilities plus capital. This formula you should apply. Then here assets they have given, liabilities you don't have, but capital they have given. Liabilities you have to find out which formula you have to apply. Liabilities equal to assets minus capital. Okay, see here. First one, capital you should find out. So capital equal to assets minus liabilities. So assets they have given 9 lakh, liabilities they have given 4 lakh. So capital will be 5 lakh. So whatever capital is missing here, it is 5 lakh rupees. Okay, then second one, as I said, assets you had to find out. So asset equal to liabilities plus capital, 5 lakh plus 6 lakh. So asset will be 11 lakh. Then liabilities you had to find out here in third case. So liabilities equal to assets minus capital. So assets they have given, right, 10 lakh, and capital you have 8 lakh. So liabilities will be 2 lakh. This is how you are going to apply the formula, and you are going to find out the capital, assets as well as liabilities. Okay, then second problem we'll see. After calculation of this, like this, you are going to record the answer. Assets, first case they have asked you to find out the capital, that is 5 lakh you got, you just put a mark there. Then secondly, assets you have found out, it is 11 lakh, that you have to mark out. And in third case, liabilities you have found out, 2 lakh you should mark here. Now see the second problem here. Find out the missing figures. Okay, now assets, liabilities and capital. Now in first case you don't have a capital, so you're going to apply the formula capital equal to assets minus liabilities. And in second case you don't have assets here, so assets equal to liabilities plus capital. And in third case you don't have a liability, so liability equal to assets minus capital. Okay, so first we have 8 lakh, 3 lakh and question mark. First one question mark, 5 lakh and 7 lakh, 10 lakh, question mark and 3 lakh. So see the solution now. Capital equal to assets minus liabilities. First capital it is. So 8 lakh we have the assets, liabilities we have 3 lakh. So assets how much will get, sorry, capital how much we got? 5 lakh it is. Then assets equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay, assets equal to liabilities plus capital, 5 lakh plus 7 lakh. So you'll get it is 12 lakh. Then lastly you have to find out liability, assets minus capital. Assets 10 lakh minus 3 lakh. So you'll get it as 7 lakh as the liability here. This is also going to represent in the answer like this. Okay, first one capital we found out 5 lakh, secondly assets we found out 12 lakh, and thirdly liabilities 7 lakh. Okay, this is how they will ask the practical oriented question. Okay, this is how we are going to sort it out. Okay, with the help of three fundamental formula, that is assets equal to liabilities minus, asset equal to liabilities plus capital, liabilities equal to assets minus capital, then capital equal to assets minus liabilities. Okay, still if you have any doubt you can get it clarified. Okay, and practical oriented question, one more you have in this, it is cycle, accounting cycle. Either they will ask you to draw the accounting cycle, or they will ask to find out the missing figures with the help of fundamental formula. Okay, so this ends your third chapter. So further we'll move on to fourth chapter, that is recording of business transactions 2. Okay, if you have any doubt you can get it clarified.